Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird.
Somewhere in some office in the Warner Brothers studios, two men are high-fiving each other in congratulations, are finally doing it. They've finally cracked that code to make Harlequin cool. And not in a nerdy sort of bizarre way that she always has been cool, where you have to put in effort to understand a character. No, this is a generic, marketable way. She's finally became the character everybody wanted her to be. And in doing so, completely defeated the point of the character. Harlequin is a unique and broken woman. She is obsessed with a human who is clearly bad for her. That is her entire story arc almost. And while she continuously fights for freedom, she ultimately loses, because she herself is a flawed character. That is her flaw. When we remove this element from the story, we remove such a crucial part of her that we almost lose the entire meaning. And when put in a film with characters like Montoya, who is a strong, older, independent woman who's trying to fight against the system of men, and realises ultimately she has to prove nothing, or Black Canary, who is a woman trying to come out from her past and understand her powers, Harlequin becomes even more irrelevant. She becomes a sideline character in our own film. And there is the problem with Birds of Prey, is that you could make the same film without Harlequin, probably Roman, Black Mask, and maybe even Victor Zsasz, and you'd still have the same film. And while somebody is in the title, The Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harlequin, you really do need to include them strongly. The film tries far too hard to still be Guardians of the Galaxy. Just like Suicide Squad, it's still aiming for that sort of crowd. But this time, they've gone a little bit more Deadpool, and they've learnt bad words. And while I'm not a prude, I do believe that bad words for bad words' sake isn't cool. To watch gratuitous violence is pleasing, but ultimately pointless. If we think of a film that we enjoy, all of the violence has pathos to it, where this has nothing. We have the three protagonist women who must come together at the end, but one in Huntress is so loosely fixed to the storyline that she's barely in the film, and when she eventually turns up, she agrees under duress and protest, as if her character does not mean anything. By the closing credits, all three women who need to be together are indeed together. They are joined into one unit, and the secondary other two are joined in a different way. The entire film is about five women fighting against the system and coming together ultimately. There's another film that follows a similar story arc and is far superior in Spice World. Five women fighting against the system and trying to make something of their own. And that was funny, unlike Birds of Prey. Even Deadpool 2 was funnier than Birds of Prey. It's a film that goes for the lowest common denominator and sacrifices everything to get to its ultimate aim. The worst of these victims, of course, being the villains, the men of the pit. There are three men featured in Birds of Prey in any capacity. There is the owner of the flat that Harlequin stays in, who inevitably does something bad and claims it's just business. And then there are the two villains, Victor Zsasz and Roman, aka the Black Mask. In the comics, the Black Mask is a force to be reckoned with. He's a gangster who is only beaten by a legendary name like Falcone. But in Birds of Prey, he is degraded down to an insecure little child of screaming, snivelling foolishness. He is obsessed with a single idea and will chase it down. This is not the Black Mask that we know. The Black Mask that we know would kill Harlequin when he has the chance and not compromise. But this one, for some reason, lets her off the leash in him as if that will do something, but ultimately it goes against everything we know about the character. Victor Zsasz is the biggest victim of Birds of Prey. In Batman Begins, there is a single sentence about Victor Zsasz, which is this. Victor Zsasz cuts himself every time he kills someone. He's running out of space on his body, he's killed so many people. That is his character encapsulated in a sentence. We see no cuts in this film. We see Victor Zsasz be introduced by peeling a man's face off. Now that is a very good way to introduce him if you want to make him interesting. But by the second act, he is degraded down to nothing more than a bumbling goon. One that has been outwitted by a child. He spends the rest of the film bumbling about, never cutting himself, never showing anything of his actual character, just a guy for the Birds of Prey to rise against. I cannot stress enough how bad the Birds of Prey is, for women and for men. It says all the things that are wrong. I'm not against women's films. I think last year's Captain Marvel and even Wonder Woman said something truly unique and needed to be said. But Birds of Prey just gets it wrong. And it takes an entire film for the three women to come together. It's like the reverse problem of Suicide Squad. At least Suicide Squad had a journey for you to go on. In summary, Birds of Prey should be released into the world and shot.